right, so I read Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. Madeline, I think you read books by her too, Fable.
Yes, I do have those books. I read them both. And a new one comes out or it came out in November for that series.
Nice. Okay, so you have to see if like this is like similar type book than she wrote otherwise. So this is a standalone, which I love. Perfect, right? Because one and done, don't have to worry about other books coming out. And so this is like a Viking story. So it's about a young girl. She's like 18 and she's like a Viking warrior in this one clan. And they're at war with another clan. And so there's a bunch of fighting going on. They killed her brother or like years ago in battle. And so now she's in battle and she's like fights behind her dad and she sees her brother and she thinks it's like a ghost or like his spirit's there like protecting her, but it's really her brother. And she like chases him down and he's fighting with the enemy. And he's like, stop, like leave, like stop following us, like you're gonna get hurt. And she like won't leave him alone. And so I think he eventually like knocks her out or she falls down or something. And he's like taking her back as a prisoner to the bad people, to the other clan. So the whole book revolves around that and like what happens when she gets there. And it turns out they have a different common enemy that's like a bigger deal. And it goes through everything that happened to her brother and her brother's hot new foster brother that he lives with. And
Ooh, I
yeah,
sense a romance.
maybe just a little bit. But yeah, so it's really good. It's not fantasy because there's no like dragons or mythical creatures really. It's just like Vikings fighting. And it's a good story. It's like a young adult nonfiction, very PG, but very good.
What did you rate it?
I rated it a B minus because it's a good story. But I don't like need a sequel.
Hmm.
And it was kind of predictable, like the ending, like you guys could guess what happens. But it was still good and it was like a quick read. Like I didn't want to put it down, but I'm not like dying for another one.
Would you read another one by that author?
Yeah.
Did you like the writing style and everything?
Yeah, it was good. It's not like Akatar level, right? Like it's like a little bit more juvenile, but it's well written and it doesn't have like embarrassing dialogue or anything. It was good. I like that it was like a strong female character, but she was kind of like stubborn, but she's 18, so I think that's normal. I was kind of dumb and stubborn at 18, so
A little bit. I remember those days.
yeah. So that's the gist of Sky in the Deep. I would recommend it. You guys would like it. It's a good story.
Well, that's cool. I kind of had similar feelings about Fable and Namesake, which is the duology that I read by her. I really liked it. It was a bit more juvenile, but it was written really well and captivating. So, like, I'd
Was it
recommend it.
like
What?
was it like Red Queen? Because Red Queen was YA.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
Was
would
it was.
that
honestly
style?
say that Fable might be better than Red Queen.
Because we really liked that.
Mhm.
I think Sky in the Deep is like has a little bit better writing style than Red Queen,
Yeah.
but like its characters aren't as like engaging. Its story probably isn't as good.
Mhm. I think in Fable at least that I read, the descriptions were so vivid and like the writing really made you like be able to easily picture it in your mind, but the story was still twisted to where like you wouldn't necessarily like guess how they got to the ending. So I liked it. I would definitely read that book if it, same author. But what I'm excited for is Fable and Namesake. It's like the first duology, but then Saint, um, this like kind of like the bad guy in the series, his book came out in November. And so I need to read that one next. But he's an adult too. Actually I don't know when his story takes place, but like in the story he's like 40 years old.
Hmm.
So
That sounds good too. I would read more by her. I think it was good.
we need to get her to write new adult stuff.
We need a little bit more spice.
Yeah.
A little bit more. I think in this book it like implies they sleep together, like she gave herself to him or something. So it's like I think it's the wording that they used. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but that was kind of it.
Green Downing.
There was some green gowning. Um, but yeah.